God, Father God, I just pray right now for your light and your love, your truth, your healing, and just love, light, just to permeate this word today, what I'm going to be talking about in you, what you're releasing, what you want people to understand, and that you help me to speak it just the way you would want me to. Thank you so much. I'm going to touch on some things that need to be said, and I'm going to speak this. This is Proverbs chapter 6. These are the 7 things that God hates, and I'm just kind of read through them slowly. And I'm going to be doing a video about God's love, but I'm just going to kind of contrast it to the work of darkness or the corruption. That's a good way of putting it. The corruption of evil, what's corrupting. And these are the 7 things that God hates. Haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that run rapidly to evil, a false witness who utters lies, and one who spreads strife among brothers. Okay, those are the things that God despises, and any of that in anybody's life can ruin somebody's personality and life if they develop those types of attributes in their life. You just make them such a nasty, rotten apple, nobody's going to want to be around them because they're going to be producing evil everywhere they go. Okay, let's go over into Isaiah chapter 14. This is a description of the devil. I'm just going to I'm going to just dip into darkness real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 14. This is a description of the devil and his attributes and the Antichrist, if you ever want to look at it. Chapter 14, verse 12. How have you fallen from heaven, O star of the morning, son of the dawn? You have been cut down to the earth, you who have weakened the nations. But you said in your heart, I will ascend to heaven. I will raise my throne above the stars of God, and I will sit on the mount of assembly in the recesses of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. Now, this is a prideful darkness that's satanic. And the Lord impressed on me one time when I was a very young Christian the meaning behind the spirit of Antichrist, or the name of it, or how to identify it. And he told me, he said, just listen for it. And what it is I'm better than you are. That's the voice of the Antichrist. That's that prideful thing, like, I'm better than you are. I'm better than you are. But it afflicts and impresses it upon many people in the world. Somebody has to have a bigger house than their neighbor next door. Somebody has to have a fancier car than their neighbor next door. Somebody has to have a better, bigger diploma from college than the person next door. But it's a prideful thing about, I'm going to show myself as better than you are. I'm going to act like I'm better than you are, and I'm going to believe that I'm better than you are. Now I'm going to get into the love of God, and it's really important where we go with this. I'm going to get into this saying that Jesus said, and then I'm going to touch on the 10 Commandments. A religious expert at law came up to Jesus to try to trap him with this question. And this is from out of Matthew 22. Teacher, which is the most important commandment in the law of Moses? And Jesus replied, you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind, and all that is the first and great. This is the first and greatest commandment. The second is equally important, to love your neighbor as yourself. The entire law and all the demands of the prophets are based on these two commandments. That's to love God with everything in you, and then to love your neighbors yourself. And that, you know, this is the golden rule. And to think more highly of your fellow man than you do yourself, to put people, you know, to elevate people in your thinking and love them. The first 5 commandments of the 10 are about your relationship with God and the commandments in your relationship with God. The second 5 are about your relationship and your commandments from God to your fellow man. You're not supposed to kill him. You're not supposed to lie and cheat and steal. So it's really interesting what Jesus was saying about loving God and then loving your neighbor is right in alignment with the 10 commandments. And now I'm going to get into something else that's kind of interesting, but I need to go there. And this is what I wanted to talk about. God created all mankind. He created male and female in his image, where, in other words, God has legs like ours, he has hair like ours, he has eyes like ours and ears. His form and being is like ours. We were created and made by God. And when I think about God, I think about the garden, a great big garden that came from God. These are all the skin colors of mankind right here. These are the skin colors. This is the range of skin colors. Going back, you know, to the idea and understanding of the truth that God made man in his image, male and female, he made them in his image. We all are made by God. We are all made by God. And this is the range of skin tones. I just think it's beautiful. I think of it as like a garden. You walk out into a garden and they're arranged. Now I'm going to get into the hair colors. These are the range of hair colors in the world. Those are the range of human hair color. I think that's kind of interesting. And then this one's the range of eye colors that are in the world. That's a range of the different eye colors in humanity. You can see the different greens and grays and browns, and just beautiful range of color. And God wanted me, when I did this video, he says, I want you to talk about love. The apostles in the New Testament all told us to cultivate in our relationship with Jesus the love of God, to cultivate it, to pray about it, to exercise it, to desire that it grow in you. And the Lord said, before I did this video today, he said, love is what causes people to rescue animals. Love is what causes people to go running into a burning building when they hear screams of people that need to come out. Love, there's something from God, of God being demonstrated. And it's the love of God that's in the gospel. You will shout it from the mountaintops. When you care about the people around you, when you love people, you have a desire to pray for them, to share the love of God with them. But God wanted me to teach today about the love of God brings forth good in the world around you. It brings forth good. I'm thinking right now about some missionaries I know when they go down into these real remote jungle regions where the people live in poverty. The death rate of their babies is real high because of the mosquitoes and stuff. They go in there and they dig. The first thing they do is dig a well to help these people in isolation so that they have clean water. But they do it because they love God. They do it because and nobody's paying them money to go do that. They go in and begin to work with the women about the care of the babies and what to do about the mosquitoes. And, you know, they go in and to start teaching about hygiene and good food and help the tribe in any way they can. And they preach and teach the gospel also. And you know what happens to people in isolation like that? They're glad to hear the gospel. They get excited about it when they understand it. They know that that's God. And it's life-changing for them. The love of God, when it motivates people, and they're able to do good things. And it brings good fruit, everlasting fruit. And it brings the love of God and the things of God and the heart of God into the world around us and into the need of many people. There are people all around you that are depressed and hurting and needy. And the love of God can change that. Anyway, I'm going to pray one more time. And I'm going to show these colors one more time because I just think it's so much fun. And you know, I need to do this one more time too. Jesus replied, "You must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is equally important. Love your neighbor as yourself." This is the entire law of all the entire law, and all the demands of the prophets are based on these two commandments. Beautiful eye colors. Beautiful eye colors. Look at what God has made. Beautiful hair colors. Look at what God has made. Beautiful skin colors. Look at what God has made. Love y'all. Bye.